Yogis, welcome. So good to be here with you. This is an impromptu opportunity for us to meet and to connect. And I wanted to be here with you because if you're like me, you've been feeling the news of the US elections in a really feeling kind of way. And so I wanted to pop up in here and to offer you some ideas, some concepts, some ways to thinking about all of this so that you can get steady inside of yourself and do a practice with me that is going to allow you to tap into that inner strength, that inner knowingness you have about yourself, about the collective, and about the future that we share. And so, first things first, we are made of energy. And in that energetic alliance that we have with our body and our mind and our spirit, we have the ability to show up and to pay attention. And I think the really powerful piece in understanding that is that we can source all that we need within. I'm not trying to say that the outside world isn't looking like a place that is scary or becoming unfamiliar, but rather we have the ability to tune into our own internal resources, our soul self. I want to say this too, that we have all of us alive right now, chosen to be here. And if you are choosing Kundalini Yoga and you're choosing your spiritual experience, then you know that we're also meant to be here for a reason. This isn't a time of doom and gloom or that we run away or that we hide, but rather that we stand together and that we embrace the collective and that we figure out how to support each other in this time of the unknown. Okay, so with that in mind, let's start a practice. This practice I came across, and I think it's a really interesting one. It speaks to the heart of what I want to convey to you today, and it's called accessing the source of strength in you. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to do this standing up, and I'm going to do that for a couple of reasons. Number one, I've been sitting all day. Maybe you do too, sit for work. And I want to show you that there is always options to explore. Whether you're sitting, whether you're standing, you can always find your way into a practice. And so that's what we're going to do today. If we don't already know each other, my name is Salimah, yoga therapist. I am delighted to be here with you. I've been here for, I don't know, 15 years on YouTube. If you haven't already checked out my intro series, please go ahead and do that. Get some background around who I am, what Kundalini Yoga is all about. And now let's dive into the practice. I'm going to do a few things. We're going to start to move the body a little bit, prepare for the practice, do a little bit of breath work, again, to bring in prana. We'll tune in using a mantra, and then we will actually slide into the practice. And I'm going to do all of this standing. Feel free to take a seated position if that's more comfortable for you. Take a chair, take a sofa, take a bed, doesn't matter. However way you come into the practice today. Perfect. Okay, let's do this. Taking a deep inhale and exhale through the mouth. Inhale very deeply. Squeeze your hands at the same time and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And one more time. Inhale. Exhale. And you can imagine your exhale as a symbolic way of releasing any stress or tension or dis-ease you might have been feeling, whether it's a result of what you're seeing in the news or whether it's just life is lifing for you right now. Use your breath and use that technique whenever you feel a little sense of you're holding tense, you're holding tight, and find a way to let that go. Because once we let go of the stress cycle, we can start to feel a little bit more embodied and a little bit more in charge of our own life experience. So 3 breaths, powerful exhale through the mouth. Let's do some warm-up exercises. I love to start with shoulders. We're going to do this a little differently now. We're going to extend the arms all the way out, and I'm going to open my palms on both sides. You can do the same. And we're going to start by circling all the way up. Inhaling, exhaling as you roll down. Inhaling up and back and down, and up and back and down. One more time, up and back and down. And then let's reverse it now. So if you were rolling backwards to begin with, as I was, here's your time to do this moving forward. Up and back and down. Good, nice work. Give that a little shake. I can do the same thing with the neck, and then we're doing a little bit of work on the wrists. So from here, dropping your right ear to your right shoulder, and then gently focusing all of your attention on moving slow and steady, 1 mile an hour here. And chin comes towards the chest and moving all the way over. Now, as you come a little closer, ear to the shoulder, think about tightening this area and relaxing and opening this area. Okay, so this is roll number 2. This is called neck rolls in Kundalini Yoga. Feet are steady and about hip width apart. A little bend in the knees so that you are cushioning for any shock. Inhale, come to center, relax into center, open your eyes for a moment, see where you are, and then dropping your right ear to your right shoulder or left to the left, and then circling all the way back. Remember to, as you shorten the side, you're pulling in, and as you open the side, you're lengthening. Good. 1 mile an hour, going at your own pace. Just notice if you're holding tight, you're gripping on your legs, and soften. Good. Do one more in this direction. And gently coming all the way back up to center. Good. You know, bring the arms out here and then dropping your hands down. So fingers are pointing towards the ground, and then bringing your hands all the way up, rotating in towards your index fingers, rotating out towards your pinkies. Good, this is for the wrist. So all of my yogi friends who are sitting at desks typing away, which is what I was doing all morning, now you get to soften and release that. Bring your hands in. We're curling the hands all the way down and then all the way back up. Stretching wide. Good. Now we're going to flip this over and do the same thing, opening all the way and then squeezing. Good. Awesome. Already I feel a little bit better. How about you? I'm grabbing my timer here so I can track what we're going to be doing. Remember, I'm going to be doing the standing. Feel free to sit. The best place for you is where you feel comfortable today and where you can sustain. I'm going to give you pointers along the way so that you can do a standing practice. Even if the Kriya itself is not standing, you can modify so that it's comfortable for your body. Now, why did I choose this one? Accessing the source of strength inside of you. Right now, we're at a time where there's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot of conflict, and there's internal dynamics with different countries and political systems and elections and all the things. And I think our media has trained us to look externally. Hey, pay attention to the news, pay attention to scrolling, watch what's happening on your feed. And that can be really distracting. In fact, I've decided to just cool it on some of those news feeds because I was getting all riled up and listening to everyone's opinions about all kinds of things. And I thought, you know, I know my truth. And I know that you know your truth. And I want to redirect you here. And this is social media too. So as you come and you connect, just know that's part of it. So when we source within, we can have a feeling of fulfillment. We can turn in towards compassion. We can turn in towards the oneness and the things that connect us rather than divide us. And that's the goal here. Let's tune in now. Pressing the palms together at the center of your chest. Thumbs into the bone of your chest. Gently closing your eyes, focusing in between the eyebrows and slightly above. We're going to take a deep inhale here from the base of the spine all the way up to the top of the head. Ready? Inhale. And as you exhale now, focus in between the eyebrows. Inhale very deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale and let's tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Last one. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Taking a moment to let that sound vibration wash over you, run through you, the electromagnetic frequency of this sound, calling on the teacher within. Let's begin now. The Kriya, just a few short pieces and an opportunity to access our inner strength. So some of this is going to be a little bit challenging and it's going to go on for a little bit longer than we hope. And that's okay, part of it. Okay. So first things first, we're going to take the hands and bring the first finger and thumb to touch. And then from here, start to wave your hands. So we're going to create big circles. Maybe your hands go in slightly different circles. Maybe you find it easier to move a little lower. We're going to choose the option that works best, okay? So here we're creating a force field, a cycle of energy. We're here for a little bit of time. So close your eyes now. And if you feel a little bit unsteady, what you can do is bring yourself up against the table. So again, I'm doing this standing. You could be doing this on the floor or seated. And if you need a little bit of balancing, you can press your body up against a chair, up against the wall, just so that you have some support and you can close your eyes and really be here. Find a rhythm that works best for your body. Eyes can be looking downwards, eyes can be open. I'm going to keep them open now so I can be here with you. So we want to soften the gaze and at the same time just keeping your eyes open, letting yourself be present to the world around you. Do your best to stay focused, inhaling as you move, exhaling as you move. Find a pattern that you can sustain. In a couple of minutes, we're going to start to speed up this movement. So get it really steady first, and then we're going to pick up the pace. Broadcasting to you live in November. November is the theme of November from a numerological perspective is integration. And so use this to integrate different ideas. Notice how your hands now can start to cross in front of you. And that is a way of integrating both hemispheres of the brain. And circles are a way of encompassing. So use the symbology here in order to allow the movement to guide you. What do you need to bring together? We need to come together. Now we're going to speed up the movement. So again, could be eyes looking downwards, could be eyes open, and now speed up the movement to get to a double pace. Again, your steadiness is more important, so remember to take some support if you need it, and just let yourself go. Almost there. We're winding down in 3, 2, and 1. Inhale deeply, bring your palms forward, hold the breath, and softly exhale. Inhale deeply, hold the breath, exhale. One more time, inhale, exhale. Softly lower your hands down. Stay still for a moment. Notice the energy that you've generated. Notice thoughts that are moving through you and sensation. Okay, let's move into the next part of the Kriya, and that is to bring the palms together, and then you can cross your thumbs over each other in order to have a tight hold here. If that's uncomfortable or you don't need it, that's fine. This is a good way to lock your hands together without creating any more effort. Here we're raising the arms above the head and starting to slowly circle. You can think about this as Sufi grinds. Again, I'm doing it standing, you can be seated, but the extension here gives us a symbolic connection to all that is above. So closing your eyes now and allowing the movement to come from deep within. Inhaling as you circle forward, exhaling as you circle back, or finding some combination. Just keep the breathing pattern steady. So if you're inhaling back and exhaling forward, keep that steady. So saying it again, that November is for integration, and it doesn't really matter when you're watching this video, whether you come across it here as I'm doing it live or later. The idea here with these circles is to create a compass, create a circling point. Give yourself a soft container. One more minute. Inhale very deeply, come to center. And exhale, softly lower your hands all the way down. Take a moment, sit with your experience, whatever you noticed. Where did your breath get short? Where did you lengthen? What eureka moments, if any, did you have? For the next part, we're going to bring one hand over the opposite bicep or elbow or forearm, wherever you need. And here's what we're doing. We're going to tap the forehead, and then we're going to tap the navel center. So we're directly stimulating our intuition, which is the chakra of the third eye, and then tapping here at the navel center, which is the power of our presence. Tapping here, tapping here. Okay, let's go. It's a firm tap, but not to harm yourself. Eyes are closed, breath is steady. Relax your shoulders as you need to. Remember that you can make any modifications here. So if the forehead is out of reach, maybe come up to your chin with the intention of tapping into your intuition. If your abdominal area is sore, just press down lightly or not at all. You can hover in front. Make any small modifications that you need in order to make this meaningful and significant, and also adapted to your body. If you're standing as I am, give a little gentle bend to your knees so that you're not locking your joints, you're making it easy and smooth. You're not fighting against your body to keep the position. If you're seated, lengthen your spine. Remember who you are. One more minute, just like this. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Last one. And relax. Keep your eyes closed. Focus all of your energy inwardly. Whatever we've created right there, let's hold it in. Here is the next part of the practice, and here is my baby cat. Her name is Lola. She's supervising, making sure I do a good job. Take your hands, float them out to the side. For some of you, you may stay right here. And if you have the shoulder ability, then extend your arms all the way out. Keep the palms open on both sides. Close your eyes here and breathe. We're not here for too long. Think of this as the meditation, the dessert after the movements of our practice. Inhale deeply right here. And exhale. Slowly fold your hands together so that your baby fingers are touching. And from here you are just covering up your lips and your mouth and holding here with your breath. Bring the first finger and thumb to touch, so we haven't released Gyan Mudra, and the pinky fingers are touching. Keep your elbows in, shoulders relaxed. Inhale very deeply here. And exhale. Inhale very deeply. Squeeze root lock, squeeze anus, sex organs, navel center. Feel energy rise. And exhale. And one more time. Inhale very deeply. Squeeze the lower muscles. And exhale. Softly bring your palms together at the center of your chest. We're going to stay here for just a moment to soak in the energy of everybody who's practicing together in this moment. If you happen to find the live, amazing. If you find this later, amazing. It's meant for you. We finished our practice with a long sat, short nam. Truth is my name. Truth is there is only one. This is in the sacred language of Gurmukhi, a gift from all the ancient yogis to us here at this time, these vital tools to help navigate what life is offering us right now. Inhale very deeply. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Bring your forehead to your fingertips, or ground yourself by bringing your forehead to the ground, closing off the energy of our practice. Spine of steel, heart of gold. We're here together. I'm going to keep on showing up on Fridays at 12 o'clock Eastern. And I'm doing that because I think it's a really powerful way to close off this year and to keep ourselves connected over the next coming months, especially during the holidays. A couple things I want you to know about. If you love Kundalini Yoga and you're ready to take things in the next direction, Harmony Within is really an awesome program. It's a small group format of mentoring, coaching, live Kundalini Yoga practices, and an incredible community to come and dialogue with. And the next stage, if you've been practicing for a while, you're feeling the energy of this practice, you are thinking about, how do I pass this on to people around me? How do I take these teachings on for myself and really dive in and create some transformation? Not some, create transformation for myself. That would be teacher training. All of the links to all the goodies that I offer are here in the description box, so you can just take a look below. And I would love to meet you, and I would love to work with you. I think that if you've been here for a while, you know the power of this practice. And I think more than ever, this is what's required: the ability to tap in, the ability to not be swayed by what we see externally, but rather be grounded by what we see internally. Lots of love to you. My name is Salimah, yoga therapist. Until we meet again. Oh, by the way, if you're watching live, drop me a comment below. Where are you coming in from? I'd love to hear that. And how long have you been practicing with me?